Welcome to the Greensboro Ice House here in Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm Luke Lee, here with my partner Ben Shelton, here presenting you High Point University ice hockey here as we have the women Panthers going up against the University of South Carolina Gamecocks. And Ben, we got an exciting game going on here today. What are some things you expect going into this barn buster?
Yeah, absolutely. These two teams, very unfamiliar with each other, but also the University of South Carolina, very unfamiliar to the sport of club hockey for the women's division. It is good to see that they have created a program and they have joined the College Hockey South women's division. This is their first game that has been recorded, if I am not mistaken, but it's going to be a really good matchup between these two teams. South Carolina really coming together. They have some brand new uniforms, which are really cool. But one thing to mention between these two teams is you look at the games played. As I mentioned, this is South Carolina's inaugural game, if I'm not mistaken. And then High Point has played one game in the last 2 days. One on Friday and one on Saturday. So this is their third game of the weekend. And when you're going into a third game compared to a team who hasn't played at all this weekend, you might begin to see the tiredness of some of the Panthers come out here. We're going to see if they can show some resilience here on the ice.
100%, Ben. Couldn't agree with you more. We'll see how that comes into play here in Greensboro. And with that, we will be back in a little bit. Welcome back to the Greensboro Ice House here in Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm Luke Lee here with my partner, Ben Shelton. And Ben, we got an exciting game going on here today. What's something that you might expect between these two teams here?
It's very interesting. Going back on what I said in the pregame show, I have to make a little correction on my part. So South Carolina, they have played one game prior to this one. This is their second ever hockey game. In the first game, they were able to win 2-1, and it was actually the first ever collegiate women's hockey game that was played in the state of South Carolina. So going based on that, there's a lot of unknown with this South Carolina team. So we're going to see how they match up. I think this is going to be an exciting game with a lot of unknowns.
Very interesting here as we'll start this one out. Gets the puck out. And that is Tuccinardi who gets it out, and puck goes out. Mazzo with it now. Chucks it back up. And South Carolina's going to get it back. In the corner. South Carolina's going to get it back. That is... And Graham's going to chase it. Going to go into the corner of the South Carolina defensive zone. That is Nard Slicko with it now. And Nard Slicko will take it up. She'll take a shot, and that'll be saved right there by Megan Abel, the goalie.
Yeah, Abel getting the first start for her this weekend. And it's a good thing to see the captain back in between the crease, one of the two captains for this Panthers team. She'll be looking to stop a lot of shots here today from the South Carolina Gamecocks because they get shots on net very frequently.
And that was fair on the faceoff when we won by South Carolina. And they'll go back to Nard Slicko, and that'll go in the corner. Picked up by number 10. Scuffle for it in the corner of the rink. Deflected by Donnelly. And that's going to go back to Nard Slicko. Picked up. Battle for it right there. And High Point's going to get it back. That is Caitlin Price. And wants to get a battle for it. Bridget Price now with the puck. And that'll go into the corner of the High Point defensive zone. Recovered by number 3, Emma Smith. Smith, she'll get it out to Volpe, and she was looking for her. And that will go in the corner of the Gamecock zone. Now that is Grace Motto, the star. Gets it out. Oh, it's taking a shot right there by number 8, Lydia Cohen. A little bit of traffic there in the middle. Puck deflected by number 24, Addison Graham. Chased right there by the Panthers. And that is number 9, Paige Tuccinardi. Tuccinardi going to take it, and she's going to pass it out to Graham. Picked up by Motto. Motto for a one-on-two opportunity. Loses it. Shot by Volpe. And that'll be saved right there by the Gamecocks as they'll look to advance the puck up. Back into the corner. And recovered by the Gamecocks. Number 12. It's got another scuffle. And that is a shot! Oh my goodness, what a shot by Addie Graham, and the Panthers strike first here in Greensboro.
Yeah, the Panthers had a lot of puck possession there, and they were just knocking at the doorstep, really. And Addie Graham gets one right past in the bottom left, right past the pad of the goalie Ahern for South Carolina. And the Panthers off to a hot start here.
Face-off won by the Gamecocks. Going to go back into High Point territory. That is Rachel Chornavis with the puck. Picked up by Grayson Fitishuan. And that'll go back to South Carolina. Now back to High Point. Getting it up, looking for Price, lost it, and that is deflected in the air and batted down in the neutral zone. And picked up by High Point, MJ Volpe. Volpe will take it up. On a 3-on-1, she falls down, and the Gamecocks will get it back. This time, that's the freshman Graham, made somebody fall down. Graham looking to go towards the goal. Tried to get it out to Mato. And that is Emma Smith with it. Another opportunity for the Panthers. Recovered by the Gamecocks. Passed out. No, it's Slicko with it again. And she has it taken away by Emma Smith. And that'll be a stoppage in play. Going to be a face-off here in the neutral zone. Face-off here for the neutral zone. And that'll be the freshman Grace Mato taking the face here.
Yeah, Mato's been the story of this team all throughout this weekend. Had a hat trick yesterday, all 3 goals in the tie versus Virginia. And she's been a big part of this Panthers team all since the very beginning of this inaugural season.
Won by Mato. She had a chance there, lost it. Recovered by the Gamecocks. In the corner. Picked up, and that goes right back to the Panthers. That's Bridget Price. Price will move up. She was looking for Graham, couldn't get it to her. And it'll go back to the Gamecocks. McAllenary with the puck, kicks it out to number 12. And taken away by Bridget Price. She was looking for Paige Hoyt on that, couldn't get it back. Now the Gamecocks with the puck, looking to advance it. Taken away by Price right there. Excuse me, that was Emma Smith. And now you got it going back. No, it's Slicko. In the corner. Lost it. A shot right there. And the Gamecocks are going to fall on it. So early on here, you can see the aggressiveness from the High Point Panthers offense, trying to get something going, trying to extend their lead. They've done really well so far in terms on the offensive side of the ice.
Yeah, there's been a lot of offensive zone time here for the Panthers during this entire game so far, which is really good to see, especially when they're coming off 2 games this weekend already. Keeping the pressure on and not showing any cracks. They're going to bend, but they're not going to break here are the Panthers.
Face-off won by the Panthers. Now the Gamecocks got it, and they lose it. Picked up again. That is Cohen fighting for it. She loses it, and now goes back into the Panthers zone. They get it back. That is Mato. Grace Mato for a one-on-one opportunity. Mato makes her miss, and she took a shot just a little bit off to the left. Now she gets it again, tries to make somebody miss. Couldn't do it. Recovered by the Gamecocks. And Mato, she got it back. Takes a shot. Oh, it's just outside. Good stop right there by the goalie. And another shot for the Panthers. Try to rebound it. That'll be Cornavas with the shot. Deflected out, and that'll end up with the Panthers. Tuccinardi going to take it. She'll get it out to Graham, who gets it out to Volpe. Volpe down the side. Tries to break off a defender. Knocked into the boards. Taken away by the Gamecocks. No, it's back into the Panthers' offensive zone. Volpe fighting for it. MJ Volpe tried to get it out. And that is recovered by the Gamecocks. Now recovered by the Panthers. That is Bridget Price. Tried to get it out. Carly Fair fighting for it. And the Gamecocks have got it back. Advancing up the ice. And the Panthers will get it back. Emma Smith gonna knock it right out there to Carly Fair. She loses it. Back to Volpe, who will just drop it down to the back. And that is a shot taken right there, but going to be saved by the Gamecocks. That was Carly Fair taking the shot. And you've seen the quality of shots here so far. Quite a few taken by the High Point Panthers.
Yeah, the shot total's only 5-1, but the Panthers have tried to get a lot of shots on net. You've seen a handful of them go wide of the net, but the Panthers are looking to shoot often and shoot good shots.
Matzo with the face, recovered by the Gamecocks. Taken up, lost it, and she was looking for Haley McArney on the play, and that'll be an icing.
Unlike the last two games, icing has less of an impact on either one of these teams. Obviously, more on the Panthers. They've been playing a lot of games this weekend, a lot of competitive games with UVA. But South Carolina has a relatively full bench. They can go off for changes anytime that they want. And, I mean, this is two evenly numbered teams, at least from the ladies that are on the bench.
And that face-off one right there by the Gamecocks. Their first real opportunity in Panthers territory. Shot right there, and that is saved. Newman was on the shot. Now looking for Graham, lost it. Monto will cover. Grace Monto, the 3-on-1, takes another shot, and it's saved right there by the goalie, number 56, Ursula Ahern.
Yeah, Ahern, she's the only goalie on this South Carolina roster, and she got the first win in team history. Also, with those sick pads, I have to mention, her goalie setup is looking really nice.
Monto with another face-off win, gets it out to Volpe. Volpe looking for somebody in the middle, couldn't get it to him. Volpe this time in some trouble. She gets it out to, was that Price? And chasing it down there, Volpe's going to get it back. That was deflected. Hits the referee, and now they're fighting for it. Recovered by the Gamecocks. That's Stutzman. And now back to the Panthers. Tuccinardi knocked it away. Now you got Narclicko, or Narclicko, excuse me. And that puck goes out. That is Price. She misses it, and now picked up by Fitchon. Narclicko bounces it out. And behind the net, Narclicko again. She'll just knock that one out to the side. Recovered by the Panthers, Carly Fair. And that'll be recovered right there by the Gamecocks goalie, Ahern. And with both teams, Panthers only dressed at two goalies, and the Gamecocks only having obviously one goalie on their roster, so we'll see how that comes into play today. Carly Fair on the face-off, won by the Panthers, now recovered by the Gamecocks. And they're just going to dump it down, and that will be an icing. Panthers going to get an opportunity to run another face-off in their offensive zone. So quite a bit of time here spent, Ben, in their offensive zone. There hasn't really been a lot of opportunities for the Gamecocks to really get anything going on offense because they've spent so much time in their own zone.
Yeah, the Gamecocks only having two real offensive chances on two shots, but they have been pretty quality chances and great saves by Abel. And the Panthers are doing a great job of puck possession.
Face-off won by the Gamecocks. Narclicko with one. Gets it out. That is Ewell. And now Price and Ewell fighting for the puck. And that'll go back to the High Point Panthers. And recovered right there. Intercepted by the Gamecocks, I should say. And that'll be a stoppage of play right there.
Yeah, an offsides call. I don't think that the Gamecock defender realized that her teammate was still offsides and that she just walks it right into the zone. And a neutral zone face-off here for both teams.
That'll be Matzo on the face. Face contested right there. And it will be recovered by Donnelly. No, she missed it. Another stoppage of play here.
That's another offsides call for the Gamecocks. They seem to not be on the same page right now. Makes sense. They've only played one game together, but it's good to see that they also have some decent team chemistry outside of the locker room in their first inaugural season, because sometimes that's hard to find.
Matzo once again. Narclicko tries to dump it down, And that'll be recovered by Bridget Price. Price and intercepted by Ooh, who takes the shot. And now MJ Volpe takes it away right there from the Gamecocks. She'll knock that one right up there to Grace Mato. Now Mato with an opportunity with some room. And she was looking for Addie Graham. And they will call that one dead.
Another offsides. Yeah, three straight offsides on the offensive zone draws. Though South Carolina was able to get one in there in between their two offsides. But a lot of stoppages in play so far, which favors both teams to allow them to get some more stamina on the ice.
That was fair on the faceoff, won it, and then recovered by the Gamecocks. Fighting for it, that's Bowen and Newman. Now, Chonovas, and that is saved right there by Ahern. So, Ahern, despite giving up that goal early on, has played fairly well, considering all the shots that High Point's taken, and that's been a strength of theirs so far this year.
Yeah, absolutely. In the other game that the Gamecocks have played, they only allowed one goal, so she has been strong.
Chonovas tried to get it in there to Fair, recovered by the Gamecocks, and that is Giaro, and tries to get it out. That is, or was intercepted by Caitlin Price, recovered by the Panthers. A little fight for it right there, and she was looking for Morgan Giard right there. Couldn't quite get it to her. Now, McLarney, and she is knocked down, taken away by Fishon. Carly Fair up the middle, or down the sides now, I should say. Caitlin Price takes a shot and recovered and saved. Puck goes up. Gamecock getting back. That is contested by the Panthers. And that'll go down the boards. That was Lindsay Cohen. That was Lydia Cohen, excuse me, with the pressure right there. Gets it out there to Giaro. Deflected by Mato. Now Volpe's got the puck. Volpe with a 2-on-1 into the corner, and that is taken away right there by Nardslicko. Nardslicko gets it away, and that is picked up by Mato. Goes back to Tuccinardi, back to Volpe, and that'll go down the ice.
I've been impressed by both these teams' speed coming off the gate in this first period. Both teams have had some pretty quick legs. The Panthers really showing that they are the faster team at this moment, creating a lot of turnovers. And we'll see if South Carolina could get just back on their end of the ice for an extended amount of time.
Well, the neutral zone faceoff, as that'll go into the Gamecocks defensive zone. Recovered right there by Nardslicko. Goes off the rink. That is taken by Volpe. Volpe looking for Graham. Graham can't quite handle it. And Volpe tried again, as that was knocked down by Emma Smith. Now in the corner, Graham playing some pressure right there. And that puck, little scuffle for it. And it will be recovered by the game. No, it's recovered by the Panthers. And a shot right there. That was Bridget Price. Now recovered by the Gamecocks. Knocks it up. And a little race for it. And they will call an icing for it.
Yeah, that was a tight-knit race there between both teams. And fortunately, the Panthers able to win that race and send it all the way to the other side of the ice. And they have a great opportunity here in the offensive zone, while there's a lot of tired legs on the ice here for the Gamecocks.
Carly Fair here on the faceoff. They've been fairly decent here on the faceoffs today. And taken by the Gamecocks, striding up the side. That's Nardslicko. Chased by two, makes a miss, but she lost it. Could have been a huge opportunity. Lydia Cohen, once again, as Tuccinardi will handle it, gets it up to Price. Price loses it, taken by the Gamecocks. They've got it back. Now Mato fighting for it. Grace Mato trying to get possession of the puck. And the Gamecocks have got it back. Tuccinardi Tries to knock it out. And that is, no, it's Slicko who's got it now. Looking for somebody to get it off to. Just bounces it off the sidewalls. And now, oh, that'll be another stoppage at play.
Yeah, too many women on the ice, I should say, here for this game. And we'll see who's going to the box. I believe that it is South Carolina. Yeah, so we're going to get the first look at this Panthers power play. Though they will only have 30 seconds left in this period, it will burn off into the other period. And the Panthers have done relatively well in the power play, though they did not have a power play yesterday. When they played on Friday, they had a power play goal. So we'll see if they can just get one in the back of the net here during this power play.
On the face-off, and that will be not an icing, as Tuchinardi will handle it here for the Panthers. She gets it out, looking for Volpe. Volpe will move up, chased by Gamecock, loses it, and that is recovered by the Panthers. That was Chinova's. That'll go into the back right corner. And that'll end the rest of the first period here in Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm Luke Lee, followed by Ben Shelton, and we'll be back here after a short intermission. Welcome back here to Greensboro, North Carolina, the Greensboro Ice House. Opening face-off won by the Panthers. MJ Volpe going to take it. Volpe takes a shot, and it will be saved by the Gamecocks. Ursula Ahern, once again, another great save here as the Panthers on the power play. Got 1 minute and 19 seconds here to open up this second period of play. Already have that 1-0 lead. Looking to move to 2-0-1 on the weekend. Already 1-0-1, a win and a tie. As that was won by Mato. Picked up by Chinovas. Bounced off Graham's stick. Oh! Just a little bit outside. Puck picked up right there by Grace Mato. Fights for it on the walls. And that is taken right there by Rachel Chinovas. Getting it out to Addie Graham, who dumps it down to MJ Volpe. Good movement right there by the Panthers. Shot taken right there by Lydia Cohen. Recovered by the Panthers, who, once again, trying to get it around. Tries to get it to Matsu, and that is taken away by the Gamecocks. And now MJ Volpe takes a shot, or maybe a pass, as that is Cohen once again. Tries to get it out, and that is going to be Chinovez to recover for the Panthers. And bounces off Tuccinardi's stick. Recovered by Carly Fair. And now the and now a contested puck. Recovered by the Gamecocks. No, lost by the Gamecocks. And once again, this time it will be recovered by the Gamecocks. Bounces off the walls. Tuccinardi going to handle the puck here. Tuccinardi bounces off her stick. Covered by the Gamecocks. Taken up. Oh, and a strip right there. That is Cohen recovering. Or Bridget Price, excuse me. Now the Panthers trying to advance it. Taken away by Ewell. Now the Gamecocks trying to advance it. Going down the ice. Recovered by Price. Price knocks it up. Finish on. She loses it. Back to Price. And lost, taken away right there by the Gamecocks. And that is recovered by Smith for the Panthers. No, contested puck. Picking up by Matu. Grace Matu. That was a little bit too far out for Volpe. Graham lost, and now Volpe fighting for it again. MJ Volpe in the corner. Was looking for Matu, and it goes straight to a Gamecocks defender. Now Emma Smith bounces off the walls. Recovered by Newman. And that puck will go down. Emma Smith for the Panthers. Oh, gets knocked into the walls right there. And that pass intercepted, then recovered. Now, an attempt to steal it by Addie Graham right there. Now the Panthers get it back. Pass goes too far out, but Graham recovers it. Graham down the side. Graham takes a shot just outside of the left-hand side, as recovered by the Gamecocks. And that will be the Panthers to recover the puck. Fotoshan loses it, goes down. Picked up by the Gamecocks. Now Stutzman going to recover it after she stumbles. Stutzman tries to get it out there to Nordslicko. Nordslicko recovers it. Going to face some pressure. Still has it. Nordslicko tried to get it out. Oh, just a little bit too far out for Newman. And Nordslicko recovers again, and that was just a little bit of a miss.
Yeah, I've been impressed so far with this Panthers team in the way that they have been having a lot of active sticks and not allowing a lot of passes to get through to their designated targets. So great job on this Panthers blue line and their forwards for keeping their sticks active and available for any puck that comes their way.
Shot far out. And they'll just dump it down there to the goalie. She will fall back on it, and that'll go back to the Gamecocks. Losing it right there. And that is Matu. He's got the puck, facing some pressure. Matu dumps it down. Gets it out to Tuccinardi. Tuccinardi going to roll back out. And was maybe looking for Price right there. Price going to handle it. She'll lose it. Matu tries to cover it back up. Tuccinardi once again will recover it for the Panthers. And that will be picked up by the Gamecocks.
Unfortunate break there for the Panthers. They were offside and weren't able to attack that puck in their defensive zone.
McAllinari dumps it down. Tuccinardi. She'll reverse back to Matu, who recovers the puck. Mato gets it out to Volpe. MJ Volpe takes a shot, and it is deflected right there by the Gamecocks goalie. Fight for it in the back. Mato recovers. Shot right there, and no, taken away by the Gamecocks. That was Emma Smith. Loses it. Smith recovers it. Loses it again, and the Gamecocks with an opportunity here. Shot taken, and that is saved right there by Megan Abel, the longtime starter, or the only starter here outside of last night, but really the one with the most experience here on this High Points woman team at goalie.
Yeah, they've only had a handful of games this season, but she played all 3 games that they had in that showcase up in Liberty, and she had a great showing. It's good to see her back in between the crease, Abel.
Face-off recovered by Matu. Mato with the one-on-one. Grace Matu with a shot. Oh, bounces it off. Tries to get a second one. Couldn't get it. Volpe in a one-on-two. Mato going to come in for some support. Grace Matu with another shot. And this time Bridget Price tries to recover it. Shot taken by Graham, deflected off a Gamecock stick. Volpe bounces it up. And now the Gamecocks will try to get something going here. Emma Smith knocks it away. And she's going to get it right out to Graham. Graham looking for MJ Volpe. And Volpe will dump it down.
I've been very intrigued by the physicality in this game. You've seen a lot of body contact, which is something that sometimes you don't see in women's hockey, but they're not afraid to just get physical and show the other team that their presence is well known.
You're right. There's been quite a bit of it. As that was Caitlin Price who loses it. Now recovered by Bowen for South Carolina. And the Gamecocks have another opportunity here to get something going. As a fight for the puck. And who else but Nart Slicko going to take it here. Surrounded by Price and a multitude of other Panthers. And that'll be knocked back out to Ewell. And they'll continue to advance it up the ice. Oh, and Caitlin Price now with a one-on-one opportunity with Nard Slicko. Price going to roll out to her left, tried to take a shot, didn't quite get there. Wasn't really on the mark either. As that pass, it'll go back to Tuccinardi. Tuccinardi to Volpe. Volpe going to cut back, try to reverse up, and she loses it. One-on-one opportunity right there for the Gamecocks, and that is shot and saved right there. Huge save by Abel. Bounces it out to Tuccinardi. Tuccinardi tried to get it to Graham. Nard Slicker going to recover it for the Gamecocks. Puck goes up. Scuffle for it. And that scuffle is won by the Panthers. Volpe gets it out, takes it. Tuccinardi now. Looking for Graham, who's going to outrun, or outskate, I should say. And a Gamecock looking for Mato. Mato in the corner. And now that'll get back up to the Gamecocks. And now, race for the puck, recovered by Tuccinardi. Tuccinardi going to dump into the walls. As Grace Matu going to steal that one right there. Back to the Gamecocks now. And they will just dump that one fully down. And that'll be a face-off in the offensive zone for the High Point Panthers here. Another opportunity to get something going on offense.
Yeah, I have been very impressed here with the speed and the skating ability of Mato, Tuccinardi, just to mention a few. I mean, these Lady Panthers have come off the gate, and they have been skating their butts off, and it's been really good. They've been able to just take control of this game in a lot of different aspects, and that's just one of them.
Fair with the win. Price took that shot. It was a little bit off. Oh, and that she had somebody open, but that was intercepted by the Gamecocks. Bowen tries to get it out a little bit far. Recovered by the Gamecocks. Now taken away by the Panthers. That is Fidishun, who loses her stepping, falls down, and they will call a stoppage of play here.
I think we're going to get a penalty here again against the Gamecocks. So the Panthers are going to have another 2 minutes here on the power play, which, granted, their last power play didn't look great, but they didn't have a lot of time to just really set up their power play. So let's see if the Panthers can take control over these next 2 minutes or less, if they can put one in the back of the net, and then possibly have the opportunity to really just run the power play the way that they want to and just be able to score. They want to put one in the back of the net, extend this lead as much as you can going into this third period where the game is close. So you want to have that little bit of an insurance cushion just in case.
And Mott's are going to take the face-off. Gamecocks doing a solid job here on defense for how long they played there. As Graham's going to recover it, takes the shot a little bit far out to the left. Now that's deflected. Volpe's going to recover it for the Panthers. MJ Volpe, that was deflected off a Gamecock, covered by Tuccinardi. Bounces off a stick. Now recovered by the South Carolina Gamecocks. Scuffle for it in the corner. And taken back up. That is Nardslicko. Who else would it be? She takes it up. Tuccinardi playing some nice defense on her. In the corner now. A little scuffle once again, and that scuffle is going to bounce off the walls. Volpe giving chase, and MJ Volpe is going to recover it. Gets it out to Addie Graham. Addie Graham's going to one-on-one with the goalie. Addie Graham, oh, it's saved. Oh, Ahern once again with a very solid save. Addie Graham had a really nice opportunity with that one-on-one with the goalie. Just a heck of a save.
Yeah, Ahern doing something that you don't see a lot of goalies do, and that's take a step out of the crease. And it proved to be in her favor, able to cut off the angle that Graham had there on that breakaway, and a good save. I mean, I've been just loving the way that Ahern has been playing from her crease here to this morning, I should say.
Face-off won by the Gamecocks. Taking out, that's number 12. She's been busy tonight. As that goes back to Price. Price going to take it. 3-on-3 opportunity here. Price loses it. Picked up by the Gamecocks. That's Nardslicko. It'll bounce off the walls, and that will be not an icing. Not an icing. So picked up right there. Gets it out to Fidishin. And now that is Caitlin Price down the side. Price looking for it, intercepted by a Gamecock. And that'll bounce off a Panther stick. And another opportunity for High Point, trying to get some penalty kill time for the Gamecocks. They've done a really good job, about to get their second penalty kill here if all things go right for them. Volpe recovers it. She's going to take it, makes a Gamecock miss. And now we are back to even. Takes a shot, and it is saved once again. Ursula Ahern has had a heck of a morning so far here. Almost 3 periods deep now.
Yeah, she's been very impressive. I mean, you look good, you play good, right? And when you have goalie pads like that, I mean, you have to play good. No, but she's been very impressive, able to play out of her crease a lot, which is something that this Panthers team may not be used to, just the aggressiveness of Ahern from her goalie position.
Face-off won by the Panthers. Smith took a shot, and that'll go up into the net.
Yeah.
The high net, that is, not the goal net.
Up into the netting, Emma Smith taking a shot there from the blue line. Any shot on net is a good one, so you want to be shooting the puck whenever and how often you can.
Matzo on the face, loses it. And that is, That was Price trying to get it, and now it's a foot race or something else. Shot taken! Oh, and nearly a goal right there. McAlinari taking it, and a great save by Megan Abel. That was a near scare for the Panthers.
Abel has looked very, very good.
Very good.
She has just been cool, calm, collected right in the crease. Nothing has been able to really affect her. She's made saves when she needed to. So great game so far from Abel.
Matzo with the faceoff win. Tried to get it at the Graham. She lost it. Now dumped down by the Gamecocks. Tuccinardi. Back to the Panthers. That is Price. She weaves up. Loses it. Picked up by the Gamecocks. And that deflects off of a Panther. Picked up by Smith. Back up. She was looking for Mato. And now recovered by Volpe. MJ Volpe just going to dump it down. Try to kill some time here. And that'll be an icing. So an opportunity for the Gamecocks to try to get something going in offense. They've yet to score. They haven't had a whole lot of shots. They really haven't had a whole lot of offensive activity in general in this game. There's been a ton of time been spent in their defensive zone, so a great chance for them.
Yeah, the Gamecocks only having 7 shots on net at this moment, but they've all been high-quality shots on net. I feel like they've been able to create good chances, but Abel has been up to the task. She's done a great job, and we will get a face-off back in the neutral zone, which is where it should have been. That should not have been called icing, but the refs called it icing anyways because the Panthers won that race, so I'm glad to see that at least they're putting it at center ice.
Fair. Going to win the face-off. Get it out to Price. Price loses it, and she'll get it back. Caitlin Price, surrounded right there, loses it once again. Now, a little bit of a scuffle for the puck, recovered by the Gamecocks, and that is taken away right there. Price has got it once again. She'll move into the offensive zone, loses it once again. Picked up by Nardslicko. Nardslicko looking for something here. She'll dump it down. A chase for the puck, and Nardslicko will recover it. Tried to make a shot, couldn't quite get it there, and that'll be recovered by the Panthers. Megan Abel just unreliable, continuously getting it done here, and really there was no space for the Gamecocks to really try to get anything going on offense. They'll have another opportunity in their O-zone to try to win a face-off, get something going, but right there, once again, it was just smothered by the Panthers.
Yeah, Abel came out of her crease a little bit to grab that with her glove, and another good save and smart decisions by Abel. Really, really high IQ hockey being played by her.
Oh, fight for that puck. Graham and Nardslicko going for it, and they will call that another face-off in the, looks like.
So it's going to be a power play again for the Panthers. The Gamecocks got called for a hook, and that is
going to be another.
Owell got sent to the box. It's going to be a hook and another opportunity for the power play for the Panthers. Almost an identical period to last period where the Panthers get a power play very, very, very late into it, and it will bleed over into the next period. So after the intermission.
So gets it out to Graham on the face-off, and that goes out. Volpe, short time, tries to take a shot, wraps around, couldn't quite get it. Recovered by Nardslicko, and she'll just kill the quarter. So that'll end the period. That'll end the second period here in Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm Luke Lee. This is Ben Shelton. 1-0 High Point. We will return here after a short intermission. Back here in Greensboro, North Carolina, that's a shot taken right there by the Panthers. MJ Volpe, oh, she tried to take a shot, missed it, falls down. He'll contest for it. Picked up by Slicko. She'll get it out to Tartanuti. Recovered by the Panthers. Going to have a foot race down there. Tuccinardi. She'll spin back. Rolls out to Mato. Mato cuts back down. Tried to get it back. And that'll bounce off a Gamecock defender. Tuccinardi with it again. Deflected off a defender. And another foot race here for the puck. That'll be Trinova's. And she'll get it out to Volpe. Volpe loses it. Picked up by the Gamecocks. And now Mato will recover it for the Panthers. Looking for Graham. A little bit overshot right there. And the Gamecocks will dump it down. Picked up by Tuccinardi. Tuccinardi whiffs at it right there. Bounces it back off the walls. Now a contest for the puck. Caitlin Price going to take it up. She'll roll down. She has an opportunity just a little bit too far out for Fidishon, who recovers there. And that was a shot right there. Bounces off. Now recovered by Smith, who gets it out to Bridget Price, who loses it. Recovered by the Gamecocks and a swarm of Panthers defenders. Now Caitlin Price takes it. Price loses it once again. Covered by the Gamecocks.
Yeah, the Panthers have played a very defensive style game after their first goal, which has been a really good way to kind of keep South Carolina at bay and not allow them to get too many shots on net. And the shots on net that they have had, we've mentioned her a lot, but Abel has been incredible.
And Price was looking for Volpe. Couldn't quite get it there. Now an opportunity for the Gamecocks to get the possession here on offense. And that'll be recovered right there by Smith. Smith gets it out to Volpe. Volpe down the sideline, takes a shot, and it is just a little bit wide right there. Bounces it off of Graham's stick right there. Now, the Gamecocks try to advance it. That is out right there. Try to get it to Volpe. That was Graham. And now recovered by the Gamecocks. Back down behind the net. And that'll be Graham on the rebound. Picked up by Nardo Slick. Another bounce off the walls. And that'll be Cornovas who got rid of it. Dumps it down. And that'll be Emma Smith. Smith to Volpe. Volpe's pass. Oh, nearly intercepted. Graham with a chance here. Graham to Mato. Bounces it off for. Oh, and nearly a goal right there. Just a little bit inside. Bounced off her skates and kind of knocked off the trajectory of that shot. Slowed it down, and then the goalie just falls on it. Huge break for the Gamecocks, especially considering that they haven't done anything on offense.
Yeah, Ahern goes starfish, just lays out for that save and able to cover it up. And that was a good defensive play there. But the Gamecocks letting the Panthers get into their zone a little too frequently and often.
Face-off taken. Recovered by the Gamecocks. It'll bounce off the walls. And that puck will go back to Smith. She was looking for Price. Price loses it, falls down. Gamecocks got it. A 2-on-1 opportunity. Shot taken, and that'll be saved right there by Abel. She has been outstanding tonight. Both goalies really have. But
yeah, I know you mentioned it at the very beginning, but you said it might be a barn burn, and it seems like we're getting the exact opposite. Both goalies really standing on their heads this entire game, and Ahern having a little bit more shots that she's had to handle. But a great goalie duel here that we're getting between the Panthers and the Gamecocks.
Just a deadlock here. Smith will advance it, getting it out to Caitlin Price. Price going to roll down. Tried to get it out to Fisherson, who lost it. Fitishon, excuse me. As that bounces off the walls. Picked up by Tuccinardi. Tuccinardi weaves it and loses it. That's Price. And puck goes back to the Panthers. Bridget Price. Bounces off Graham. Addie Graham with nobody but the goalie. Addie Graham takes it in for her second goal of the game. Unbelievable. And the Panthers potentially with a dagger here early in the third period.
Yeah, Addie Graham just continuing to show a lot of dominance in the way that she skates and the way that she just gets behind the defense. And she has done an incredible job here tonight, obviously scoring both goals for the Panthers so far. She's been the highlight and the bright spot of this Panthers team. They've been playing a defensive style of hockey, but Addie Graham has made it offensive.
Volpe bounces it off a defender. Foot race for the puck. And Panthers going to win that. Volpe recovers it again. Now loses it. Bounces it off Price's stick. Volpe fighting for it. 2-on-1. And that'll be a neutral zone face-off here, it looks like.
Yeah, just a tad bit offsides where the Gamecocks, so we'll take it right just barely away from the spot where they got called offsides.
And it's been impressive that they've been able to do so well with Mato having a 0 on the scoreboard so far.
Yeah, there's so many girls on this Panthers team that have really just stepped up in recent games, recent weeks, ever since the start of the season. Mato obviously being one of them, but...
And Mato has a chance. Grace Mato! Oh, just a little bit offline. Now recovered on the second chance by Graham. Bounces it off. Panthers fighting for it still. Addie Graham. Price. Caitlin Price loses it. And now recovered by the Gamecocks and recovered again by the Panthers. That's going to be Price. Bounces it off to her sister. Caitlin Price tried to get a shot off, but that one didn't really go the way she wanted. And that'll be recovered by the Gamecocks. Bounces it off the wall. Price giving some defense right there. Almost recovered by Smith. And number 12 is going to take it for the Gamecocks. Bounces it off a stick. Back to the Gamecocks. That's Newell. She'll move it up, and for the first time in quite a bit, South Carolina will be in their offensive zone. She weaves and loses it. Picked up by the Panthers, it looks like. Back to the Gamecocks now. That's Newman. Loses it again. And Newman back to her. Shot right there, just a little bit offline right there for the Gamecocks. Stuntman, a little bit offline. Ewell has it back. She'll drop it off to McAlerney, and that was nearly intercepted right there by Smith. Picked up by Tuccinardi. Tuccinardi tries to get it out, and that'll be won by the Gamecocks. McAlerney had it. Newman loses it, was looking for her. Smith. And now the Gamecocks, once again, have another chance to get something going. Nearly intercepted by Mato. Taken away by Volpe. And Volpe, all by herself, takes a shot, and that'll be saved right there. Now picked back up by the Panthers. Scuffle for it. And that'll be a foot race once again. MJ Volpe tried to take a shot, didn't quite go. And the Gamecocks will just dump this one down. A foot race for it. Shot right there offline. Abel is able to deflect it off. Back out. Shot taken, deflected right there by Canovas. Back up. That was Nardo Slick, loses it. Picked up Graham. Addie Graham, but one-on-one makes the woman miss. Addie Graham takes another shot, and she made it! Addie Graham, a hat trick! Oh my goodness! I didn't think that was going to go in.
Just a shot from an impossible angle, and Graham able to put that one in the back of the net through just some adversity from two South Carolina Gamecocks defenders, and just an incredible goal. Another hat trick for a Panther this weekend. The Panthers have just decided to put their name on the map here this weekend, and they've done an incredible job here today so far.
That was a never give up kind of moment as Price to Price. She tries to get it off. It's deflected. Taken up now by the Gamecocks. Nardo Slick loses it. And she's still fighting for it. That's deflected off of Price right there for the Panthers. Now taken by Fair. Fair down the right side, takes a shot, and that was deflected away by a Gamecock defender. Fair again tried to wrap it around. Contention for that puck. Gets it out to Smith, who tried to get out to Price, deflects off her stick. Little scuffle for it with Nardo Slick. Nardo Slick's got it back up. She'll try to dump it back up. Gamecocks in flux, and someone goes down for the Panthers. That is Grayson Fitishon, who's still on the ground. High shot taken by Mato. Wasn't quite there. That'll be a stoppage in play. Going to be an offensive zone face-off for the Panthers.
Yeah, offensive zone face-off. We're also going to get another look at the power play for the Panthers as the Gamecocks take another penalty. They've taken 4 this entire game. The Panthers have done a very good job at staying out of the box. Very disciplined there, as Nard Slicko has just gone to the box, I believe, for her second time here today. And we'll see if the Panthers can get on the scoreboard on the power play.
And she's been their main offensive threat. Very aggressive today, as shown. Face-off won by the Panthers. And that'll bounce off the walls. They'll just dump it down. Going to be recovered by the Panthers. Tuccinardi going to bounce it off the wall. Looking for Graham. Looking for Volpe. Volpe going to cut back in. Takes a shot a little bit off right there. Recovered by the Panthers once again. Now the Gamecocks going to take it away. They'll just dump it down. Panthers will get it back. Tuccinardi going to handle it.
Yeah, granted, this South Carolina team has done really well on the penalty kill so far. Hopefully I get a little commentator's curse there, and the Panthers will score off me saying that.
Mato handles it, takes a shot. Oh, and deflected on multiple saves, and Mato getting a little bit into it. But even with the 3-0 score, Ursula Ahern has played a fantastic game inside the net for the Gamecocks. We've talked about Megan Abel with the donut here currently, but both goalies have been really good today.
Yeah, you don't want to say what Abel is doing right now. Maybe we'll be able to say it at the end of the game, but she has done an incredible job here so far. A little goalie duel other than the goals that Graham has scored. She's really been just absolutely carrying the load.
Contested. Oh, a little tripping right there, as that is Tuccinardi. Going to try to get it back up. Nobody there for the Panthers, but it'll be a chase down. Chernovas is going to recover it. Pass wide out. Intercepted by the Gamecocks, recovered by the Panthers. And now Mato makes a woman miss all alone. Grace Mato. Another opportunity that doesn't quite go the Panthers' way with just 19 seconds left here in this power play. So far, it's been some really solid penalty kills here for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, and the penalty kill wouldn't amount to nothing if it wasn't for that save there by Ahern. She made an incredible save off the backhand there from Mato, and I mean, she's looked impressive.
They're going to call a defensive Oh, are they calling a penalty?
Yeah, I think
That's going to be a Mato.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a
Holding.
interference or a hooking call. I didn't really see what the ref did there, but the Panthers now, it is 4-on-4 for the next
15 seconds.
Yes, and then they will have a power play there. South Carolina's first one.
Huge opportunity for them to try to get back in this one, as that'll be deflected. It's a shot. Tuccinardi recovers it with a Gamecock giving chase. Tuccinardi in her own corner. She'll get it back up to Graham, who will just take that shot, dump it down for a penalty kill. Now it's 5-on-4 South Carolina now for about 1:40. Let's take it up there. That bounces off the stick. Now recovered by the Gamecocks. That'll be number 15 handling it for the Gamecocks. As Slicko going to lose it right there. Tried to get something going. Now back out. Dumps it down. Recovered by Price. Price looking for Volpe. And Newman takes a shot. Bounces off Abel. And looking for Volpe. A little bit far ahead. Newman's going to recover that one for the Gamecocks. Slicko going to make Price miss. Tries to take a shot, a little bit offline, and solid defense for the Panthers.
We're going to see who goes to the box here. I think the ref was calling for a trip there. So we'll see. I'm intrigued to see if anyone's going to get sent to the box or if that's going to be just a neutral zone face-off. Seems as if nothing's going to come from it. The Panthers still 4-on-5 on the penalty kill.
41 seconds now. Bounces it out to Slicko, their best player so far. Takes a shot and deflected. Abel saves it again. It's been outstanding for her. Newman recovers it. And that'll be picked up by the Panthers now. Carly Fair going to roll down. Slicko going to take it away from her. Slicko going to roll out, and she'll take another shot, and it goes in. Oh, first one of the day for the Gamecocks, Alyssa Slicko. And she's been their top offensive player here, or just top player in general. She's been doing quite a bit for the Gamecocks today. Really showed out.
Yeah, she's really been the story of this Gamecocks team so far. She's done a great job. Her speed and ability just to keep the puck on the back of her stick is very impressive, and it shows there she was able to get one in the back of the net for her team.
Back to even now. Panthers win the face-off. Graham, she's going to take it. And Graham weaves, takes a shot a little bit offline. He's looking for her fourth of the day as Volpe's going to fight for that one. Going to take it, going to roll back. And she'll get it out to Tuccinardi, who will take a shot, and the Panthers get it back. Volpe again loses it, and a little bit out wide. Chornova's fighting for it, gets it out to Graham. She tried to get it out to Mato, a little bit too far. Now handled by the Gamecocks. Ewell loses the puck, a little bit, got hit. Pass on a little bit offline right there. Tuccinardi to Volpe, bounces off her stick. Oh, with a 1-on-2 chance. Panther loses a stick, but deflected anyways. And Bowen. Now, Chernovas again. Trip, a little bit of a trip right there, but no penalty called. Back to the Gamecocks. That pass is taken away right there. That's going to be Tuccinardi, who's going to roll back up. Tuccinardi pays Tuccinardi with a shot, bounces it off. She'll continue to handle it. Tuccinardi to Mato. Mato cuts back in. Grace Mato! Are they going to call that in? And they will call that in with 26 seconds left. That was a really nice shot. She was looking for something, hit it back up, hits that top left corner, just a perfect shot.
I mean, at this moment in the game, who else? Mateau has just done an incredible job this weekend. She has just been a dominant force here for the Panthers. And, I mean, just a great showing and testimony of her just skill and ability here on the ice.
So, presumably one last face-off taken out by Nardslicko. She cuts back in. Nardslicko bounces it off right there by Abel. Gamecocks with maybe not another chance now. So that'll go down. And almost had it for a second. Now they're going to recover it. They'll take another shot. That'll be the last one of the ice game. And the High Point Panthers are going to walk away with a 4-1 victory over the University of South Carolina Gamecocks in their first ever meeting. High Point going to move to 4-2-1 on the season and 2-0-1 in this triple header weekend. I'm Luke Lee, here followed by my partner,
Ben Shelton.
Ben Shelton, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Ben. I'm so sorry.
No, we're grateful for y'all listening in with
you.
us. And we will be right back here next weekend with some more High Point hockey.